Hello! Welcome in, everyone, to this week's chapter of New Blood by Night. I am your host and your storyteller. I hope you enjoy some of the updated graphics. They'll be getting an even better update shortly. Let's go ahead and meet our players, starting with the one and only Spectre Zero.
Hi, my name is Spectre Zero, just your average time traveling dimension hobby android. But today, I am Aurora. Not kind of hurt, super impaired right now, and these 15 Kindred just came into our family teapot. So yeah, that's a little concerning. Yeah, but passing it over to Luke.
I'm Luke. I'm playing Azriel today, and I'm also a hungry and beat up Kindred. And I don't like how the one Kindred was looking at the baby last time. I will pass it on to Mori.
Hello, I am Jaqi, and I play Mori, the Banu Hakim, who might have to kill several bitches outside if they touch her. Peggy. Yee. And with that, I will pass it over to Villain.
I'm just another villain, your favorite nobody on the internet, and I play Damien. Who's just trying to get some information, but realizes some people are bearing down upon him. So we're gonna see what happens next.
As per tradition, Villain, will you slap us with that recap?
Slap. Just like slapping a bass. So last session started off with Damien and Stone meeting Shrike. It was a very fruitful endeavor, actually, where Damien was able to get quite a bit of information for some blood, some money, and some footage and intel that he had on his end. And with that, he was able to ask about the missing boy from the Sabbat and the tunnels. Also, Miss Allison Court, which he tried to get some information on that, but he could not. We did get the name of Mary. Was it Mary? Yes, Mary McPortland, or Gills as she goes by, with her Bruja Brutality Squad that's flying around doing their thing there. Then there was after all that, there was a very tense conversation between Aurora and Damien. Essentially him just kind of like laying out the facts, but Aurora apparently not knowing that she herself is a mercy. And it was a very heated and emotional back and forth, and it was kind of Aurora just saying, not an idiot, even though people think I'm dumb. And I'm going to show you all that I'm not, which, good for you, Aurora. Stand up for yourself, girl. After that, there was a back and forth between Mori and Aurora. Partly, Aurora saying, does it have to happen? Do you have to kill my mother? Isn't there not an alternative? In the end, Mori feels that her justice supersedes all. So yes, once our mother is found, there will be that swift and sweet justice of Mori. While they were on their way to the teapot, they stopped by and helped this mom who's just kind of broken down, doing the right thing, giving them a hand. And Azriel hopped out, fixed the car, got her back going. They proceeded to the teapot. As everyone began to converge upon the teapot, everyone decided to split up. Stone and Damien decided to be the infiltration group. Aurora was the distraction, and Azriel went to be the MILF hunter. Can I say that? Can I say MILF hunter?
Absolutely.
Oh my god, everyone can have a willpower. That was so funny.
Um, Azriel went to kind of schmooze what her name was, Chrissy. She's doing some fixing up, and she's got a kid, and she just wants her home to be a bit more safe and secure, and do some home improvement. Channeling her in her oh fuck, I can't think of his name. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's an actor that's irrelevant to this. And they had a good rapport there. She's helping around. Then we slide over to Aurora. She's kind of trying to play the role of like the ditzy hot girl, but she's not ditzy. She's real smart, and just kind of distracting employees here and there. And it was actually pretty adorable and sweet. Then you had Damien and Stone. Stone being the lookout, and Damien just using some common sense and some overall knowledge on trying to get some information, which he is, and he's trying to download it as fast as possible. But now we got 15 different Kindred bearing down upon us, which could be the Brutality Squad, could be another faction, could be the Archbishop. Who knows? We're going to find out in the next episode of New Blood by Night.
Thank you, Vil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remind me where your Kindred last left off. Last chapter, chapter 17. This is chapter 18. Last chapter, where were you? Starting with Aurora. Once you say, go ahead and popcorn it to the other coterie members.
All right, to set the stage, Aurora had kind of wandered off to look around and just check on things. And while she was wandering, probably a little towards whatever's next to the painting section, she would have noticed the Kindred and sent the message, "We got company, guys." And popcorning it off to Vil.
Damien getting the message will just look at Stone. We might have a problem. We got incoming.
Damien was in the back storeroom, correct?
Mm-hmm.
With Stone. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before I respond to that role play, go ahead and popcorn it to the next Kindred.
Azriel.
That's a me. I was still with Chrissy. We were moving away from one of the heavier sections where I saw another Kindred take a chomp on an employee of the store. And I will popcorn it to Mori.
Mori was on the top of, I believe, the car that has Peggy in it, and she was in the middle of trying to send a message to the group.
Okay, then we start tonight with 2 texts going through to the group chat. One from Aurora, the other from Mori.
Are you gonna lay down those beats in our Discord? To set the mood?
Oh yeah, let me live stream for you guys. I was listening to music this whole time. So sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, come on in to the music, players, so that you can hear that. All right. This is going to happen kind of in rapid fire succession. Just describing to you first, Mori, that a large majority of the Kindred start stalking forward into the home. Tipo. Some of them linger outside, others move off to have a smoke, though you know that it does little. But it is clear that they are working as a unit, and there's quite a few of them. Some of them leave the impression that they're young, maybe a little inexperienced, while others, with your trained eye, have definitely been playing this game a while. Skilled and expert predators and manipulators. That being said, none of them other than the cursory glance, move closer to the vehicle where your treasure is stored. What do you do?
Just unless any of them make a move towards it, she's not going to do anything aside for send the message. Pretty much in shorthand, 15 Kindred incoming ETA, less than a minute, do not engage, veteran fighters among them.
Okay. So, Aurora's message comes in. Samiel, cutting back to that scene, and then Mori's immediately after. And Stone, behind you in his gruff voice, says, well, then we better hurry up. Because if any of them recognize me, and he looks around, maybe something in this locker will help. And he just pulls it open. There's a loud cling as he starts opening employee lockers, going through, drawing out a baseball cap and a beanie. Think I should wear one of these? You got a pair of scissors over there?
He's gonna like just kind of like haphazardly just opening drawers, rifling through them.
Okay, roll an investigation and wits.
Oh no, I was not prepared.
Everyone get your dice out, hurry!
Man, I actually forgot my dice. Hold on.
Let's see.
Mine live on my
mainly
desk.
just need to... My desk is a freaking mess right now. There it is. There's hunger. Investigation. Oh, okay. So this pull. Right. Just 2.
Okay, if you end up
Just
finding
2.
a pair of stickers, they look a little gunky, like they've been used to cut through glue, so they're sort of sticky. But you find some. Kind of a pink-gray handle, because it's been touched and handled so often. You pass them over to Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And Stone tries to cut holes in the beanie. He's got the baseball cap on, hair's pulled back, cap pulled low.
Are you trying to turn that into like a ski mask?
I mean, it could be a gimp mask depending on if you're kinky, but I guess.
I mean, I didn't think of the gimp part, but right, okay. Right, just play it cool if they come back here, and we'll get ourselves out of this.
Clicks his name
More
tag.
than likely.
Named Sean, remember?
Yeah, the name's Samuel, remember?
Right. Right.
He was just like kind of like tapping his finger, like waiting for this to go faster. And it's kind of just, you know how you eyeball something, like go faster, go faster, go faster. Love of God, why are you so slow?
Right. And you just curse the parts of the computer. The RAM, the motherboard, the upload, download speed of the internet. Good God. And we
This
mean,
is the worst.
sorry. The scissors are not cutting the mask at all, but he's trying. Okay. Meanwhile, Aurora. What are you doing?
So Aurora's gonna go down the camping aisle and kind of just start looking around, pretending to look around, and starts gathering, some lighter fluid, fire starter, matches, gloves for handling wood, as if, trying to be like, okay, what do college students do this late at night in Southern California? Or wherever we are, that's somewhere.
Bonfires on the beach!
Exactly.
Okay.
And so,
All right.
so they're like trying to like gather stuff, like playing the role of the college
Okay.
student, also explaining like why their like face maybe is a little grimy, or like 'cause
Moving
they're
a
still
little,
dirty.
slow, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
And-
have Aurora roll. Just gonna roll a manipulation and a performance.
Okay. Sure. Okay. They're both red dice. All whopping 2 of them. Thank you. +1 for the higher D. That is skull. That's it. It's just a skull.
Okay, you end up dumping a quarter of one of the shelves all over the floor. Your hands are just a little too shaky. Your injury is a little too fierce. The clattering draws the attention of not only a Kindred, but the paint kid. And he's looking at you, and he's got these sheaves of paint and some keys. Are you okay? You need some help?
No, I'm fine. It's just
He moves
I just
over.
realized that you know,
Do you need a basket or a cart?
yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Could you get me one?
And you watch his eyes trail over your head, and you feel the presence of another Kindred move close.
Yeah, why don't you hurry up and yeah, give me the basket cart thing, and I turn to Aurora turns to look at the other Kindred.
Okay. The kid gets up, and he tries, to his benefit, he tries not to hustle. But he does end up scurrying away. And the other Kindred tilts their head when you turn to look at him. He looks a little greasy. Thin, long face. Tall. Probably also thin underneath the heavy jacket. Looks like some kind of motorcycle jacket. Grungy t-shirt. Low-slung jeans. There's a couple chains hanging off the jeans. Big steel-toed boots by your glance. Couple piercings, couple tats. Really, really dark eyes. Not as dark as Stone's, but there is a level of similarity. You see it instantly, being intimately familiar with the looks, longing or feral, that Stone gives you, reflected back at you in this Kindred's gaze. And then he smiles. You need some help?
Nods
He kneels
a
down
little bit.
and starts picking up the lighter fluid, the fire starters, the gloves. You, planning to have a cookout?
No, but maybe bonfire by the beach? Smiles a bit, like, nervously.
Why is your face bruised?
Kind of had a rough night. You okay? I mean, I'm... Hi! But yeah, sorry, just like,
At this point, your phone is buzzing with Mori's, it would have buzzed with Mori's message, but it's buzzing with another reminder that you've gotten a message.
Could you hold on a moment? Let me check this. And she looks at her phone real quick.
Okay, it's Mori's message. I can read it. Oh, she put it in the 15 Kindred incoming ETA 1 minute. Do not engage veteran fighters among them.
Oh, I thought you meant like another message. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just that message. Okay, cool. She like just sees under the screen like for a second, doesn't even finish reading it. She just says 15 and then just puts it down. She's like, this is she sees it's from Mori, and she's like, ah, just yeah, some friends. But how about you? How are you?
He's putting
it's
stuff
nice.
back on the shelf.
Your friend's gonna help you with this bonfire on the beach?
I hope so. What about you? I mean, I shouldn't. That's kind of rude of me. Yeah. So, well, how about you, dear? You doing anything exciting tonight? And also, thank you so much for helping me with this stuff. Yep.
I need Azriel to roll a wits and awareness. He's squinting at you real hard, Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora's not good with strangers.
That is
so
5 sucks.
Okay, hold on to it for just a second.
Are you...
And he grips one of the shelving units and leans forward a bit.
Are you nervous?
Aurora looks really shy. She's like, yeah, I don't get out often. I don't really talk to people often.
Are you
I'm
new?
And I need you to roll a wits and insight.
Okay. That I do have. Thank you. So, 2 of these, and 4 of these. That is a 1, 2, 4. Four sucks.
You know that he's asking if you're new to kindredness.
Aurora nods her head to agreeing to his statement. You?
Nah.
Oh.
So are your friends?
Around?
Really? Because you look kind of alone.
And that's about the point, Azriel, that you hear this conversation and you recognize Aurora's voice. Next to you, Chrissy is saying she'd like to pick up things to make s'mores because she's got a craving. So she's just looking for the big stabby sticks, is what she calls them.
Aurora's like, it's okay.
One second. I think there's somebody harassing my friend over there.
Oh.
Do I hear this? How long does he say that?
I mean, he's pretty... The way he's... I don't know. You have heightened senses, right?
Yeah.
I would say you're only an aisle over, so there's a potential. Roll of wits and awareness. I'll set the DC at least 3.
Yeah. Well, luckily. Okay. Dice do not like me today. 1, 2. Okay, so it is 3 successes. However, I do get 1 skull.
That's okay. It's enough that you hear Azriel, and the other kindred clearly also hears Az. It's his own.
And I say, it's okay though. It's not like it's any different from, before.
He lets go of the shelving unit. That's good. It's gonna offer some insights, but... And his eyes flick up to Azriel. They're dark as... The minute you see them, you instantly think... Not stone for you, Azriel. You think of Samiel. There's this tension that permeates the air from this kindred.
I immediately get between the two, and I look at Azriel and shake my head no. And I mouth the words, just keep going, or keep going. And then I turn to the kid, I turn around to the kindred, and I said, well, thanks for helping me pick up my things, and I'm sorry that I'm clumsy and I'm not good at talking. I'm pretty
What's
sure
your name?
this was there is like a fight in her eyes between wanting to be polite but also trying to be cautious. But then, like, I don't know, she just is like, well, I'm Aurora. She kind of says under her breath.
Nice to meet you, Aurora. I'm Theo.
Nice to meet you, Theo.
His attention slides a bit to Azriel. And the way he's like shifted his weight and the light is hitting him now, he's got less of like a rat-like appearance and more like a fox. Hard drawn lines, high cheekbones, long, strong neck.
Aurora just blurts out, you remind me of a fox.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
It's not a bad thing, you know. Foxes are clever.
We are indeed. And he winks. And you see his eyes flash a golden green.
Or if she could, blushes, but she kind of like kind of looks down, like clearly like flustered, not sure what to do.
So your friends didn't give you these bruises? And he
No.
looks at Azriel as he says that.
No. Actually, we all got into a scuffle with something else.
Huh.
It's dangerous out at night.
Certainly is. You never know what you'll find.
But it's good to be in good company.
Is your
I
friend
think.
new, Aurora?
She doesn't. She just says, "That's not my story to tell, honestly," and I don't know.
How long would you say is being new?
Common sense should probably be your math equation for that one.
You know what? I'm gonna go pay for my stuff. It was really nice meeting you, Theo. I hope we meet again and it's still cordial.
Sure. Sure.
I'd rather not fight. I just want to, you know.
Aurora, how about you come walk with me? I'll introduce
No.
you to my new friend.
I think I'll be fine, Azriel. Just let me pay for my stuff and I'll meet up with you guys. Hi. Oh, you're the lady from the
She's like on the other
thing.
other side.
Oh.
of the
Other side?
Other aisle,
Okay.
yeah, looking. Mhm.
All right, then she'll say like, "Let me pay for my things and I'll meet you, Azriel." And then
Okay.
don't worry about it. Actually, if you want to help me with this bundle of wood, Theo, that would be great.
He picks it up. Easy enough.
Wow, that was really easy for you.
Azriel
She
will
says,
go
and
back
she's like,
to Chrissy.
just walks to the register.
As you're walking to the register, we're gonna meanwhile, your download finishes. Remind me, Vil, what it was that Damien was looking for here. Was it the camera feeds?
It was the camera feeds, and he was looking at any information that was stored, but essentially like trying to be hidden as well. But yeah, camera feeds was the main thing.
Okay. So you've finished basically getting the last 30 days. Because that's all they hold in store. Everything else is very likely shipped off to a warehouse. Or deleted if they're really good. Or really bad at this. So. Stone is still trying to cut open the mask, and instead he's just like settled for putting on some employee's 9-inch nails hoodie that's all cracked and old, really, really like tight-fitting ball cap that he's pulled low. He's got some sunglasses on.
You're wearing your sunglasses at night, huh?
Yeah, that's what all the cool guys do, right?
Right. Well, we got what we wanted before I go. And he's gonna take out this like little chip, and he's gonna put it on the back of the PC, the tower. That's essentially like it's a monitor. It's a monitor to monitor anyone that allows him to listen to what's being said in the office. It'll be connected. Like it's not like he can hide it in particular, but it's small enough to where it would be hard to notice. But if it's found, someone can just smash it. But it's untraceable.
Okay. You did a good job, Samiel. Proud of you.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I do, half of it. Let's get out of here and not attract attention, Sean.
Ooh, I like it when you call me pet names.
Oh, I see. You're weird.
That I am. Weird and proud of it.
Right. Let's, I'll lead, you follow. We'll,
Sure thing, big boy.
We'll go down the least occupied aisle and just be casual.
The two of you start heading out. You hear a sound, and a younger, well, I would say late 20s female human, a kind, comes in. And she gasps when she sees the two of you.
You got it, or you want me to do something about it?
No, I got it.
I'm sorry, you're not supposed to be back here? This is for employees only? She's looking at Stone.
He's gonna step between her and Stone, look her directly in the eyes, and use mesmerize.
Okay. You feel yourself punch through her feeble defenses easy enough.
You will turn around and walk into that corner and stare till I leave.
She nods. Okay. And then does so.
Easy enough.
You're getting pretty good at that.
You hear this, like, odd sound, and when you glance back at Stone, his face looks rearranged. Like, his nose is a little larger, his lips a little thinner, and there's no tattoo.
That's a neat little trick you got there.
You got one too, and he motions like a knife hand.
And he looks at his hand that was almost like that before. Right. I forgot about that. I guess you can do that too.
He just grins.
Interesting.
Could probably teach you a thing or two.
I bet.
And
Wouldn't.
to sort of show off, he holds his hand out. There's a little bit of blood on the tips of his fingers. You can see that his mouth has a little bit of blood on it too. And it's strange. The light browns, and then the light itself funnels to his palm, and he crushes it. And the whole back room descends into darkness, save for the blue light coming from the computer screen.
I'll inquire about that later. Let's get out of here first.
All right, he follows after you. I need you to roll if you're going to try and like stealth.
Yeah, it's just casual stealth,
Okay.
nothing too crazy.
So you can either roll subterfuge or performance with your manipulation.
Subterfuge would be preferable, and manipulation. That is 4 successes.
Following your lead, the two of you casually step out, but the moment, Damien, that you step between the doorframe of the back room behind the counter, you feel Artemis in the base of your skull. And just a whisper, "I'm going to take everything you love."
Kind of hard to do that when you're on the back of my head. I would like to see you try. You don't even have the arms or the legs to do it.
I don't need them. I'll use yours. You feel
No.
your fingers twitch. Ever so slightly.
And he raises his other hand in the air. I'm in control, not you. Not you. I am.
Hey, bud, you wanna keep it low, keep it light?
Oh. Right, I didn't realize I verbalized that. He just continues to walk, grabbing his other hand.
Okay. You headed out of the store?
Yeah, he's gonna head straight for the car for Mia.
Okay. Roll me a wits and awareness.
Just 2.
Okay, that is enough to spot Aurora on her way to the checkout with some unfamiliar kindred, but you can keep up the guise if you wish.
Yeah, he's just gonna continue walking out, seeing that she's where someone else bothers him, but he'll deal with it when the time comes.
Okay. And we're gonna just meanwhile over to Azriel. Then we'll slip outside to Mori as you get back to Chrissy's side. She's like, "Okay, what do you think? These ones, the extendos, or the short ones?"
Does the price difference matter?
I mean, cheaper sometimes isn't always better, but I guess I only need one. It's not like I'm gonna have any company. You're right.
Don't say that. You could always have somebody.
I'll go with this one. And she puts the one that can extend. Better to be further from the fire than closer.
Makes sense. Seems like a safe option.
Did you find what you were looking for? Is your friend okay?
Yeah, my friend is fine. I might have been a little overprotective.
Oh. Got that. She gets a
I
few...
just worry
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just worry about her. She seems a little shy sometimes.
Mm. Is she your partner?
She's my friend.
Oh. Well, she's lucky to have a friend like you. Someone who looks out for her. She grabs a couple of things from the shelf and is like, I think I am set.
Okay, well, let me walk you out and walk you to your car.
Thank you. Roll a wits and awareness.
That is 6 sucks with a crit.
Wow. Okay, you also see Aurora and the tail end of Damien and some worker by the looks of it.
I'm gonna try to keep an eye on her just to make sure if she runs into any trouble, I can be there for her. But I'm gonna try to escort Christy out.
Say it one more time, sorry.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Aurora, but I'm gonna try to escort Chrissy out. Just make sure she's safe through the situation.
Okay. As Chrissy is getting checked out and everything's being bagged up that can be bagged up, the rest put on the big platform. Excuse me. You take a hold of the cart and begin to push, and she's standing next to you. And just as you're pulling away from the register, she blurts out, would you like to have dinner?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Cool. There's this like place. It's got it's like a variety. It's like a diner, but they have like specialty coffees and like eggs. Like they have this thing called the grandma plate, and it's called Scrubs. It's actually not far from. Anyways, do you want to meet me there? You can grab a bite and. Cool. I mean, unless you're busy with your friends, then I don't.
I should hopefully be fine.
Cool. Then.
Let me give him my contact information.
Okay. Cool. She grins as the two of you are walking out.
I will just make sure she gets to her car safely.
Okay. You instantly see some of the other lingering Kindred, but we're going to meanwhile over to Mori. Mori, I imagine that you are tracking these Kindred all across the parking lot.
Correct.
Okay, roll a wits and an insight.
Dude. Wits insight.
Mm-hmm.
Not my best, but that's okay. Would I be okay browsing for this?
Yeah.
Alright. I rolled a 9 for success, so I'll add my rouse dice. Blood surge, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Okay. The more you watch them, the more their social dynamics begin to unfold. Some of the ones that are less veteran are... I guess that's not entirely true. It seems like there's one veteran outside. He bears almost a tired like countenance, his entire body language, like he's feeling exhausted, which is actually not very Kindred at all. There's a couple females around him. Each of them seem very feral, bloodthirsty even. And there's one other male that stayed outside. And he's the one that went to go have a smoke, and when he rejoins this part of the pack, it seems they fall into some kind of casual conversation that then descends into some kind of argument. And then you watch the veteran break it up, and the tiredness hanging over him gets heavier. So it doesn't seem as if they are unified as much as you thought. Or perhaps they are broken up into smaller sections in a greater whole. What do you do?
Well, do I think that they will be a threat to the group coming back?
Hard to say. You haven't seen any
to say.
interaction so far. Mm-hmm.
And how far away are they from the cars?
They're a pretty healthy distance. They're between like 30 and 50 feet in the back.
So I guess what Mori is going to do is she's going to set up sort of, she's going to go, like, what does the area look like, actually, around here? Give me an idea of what she's going to do.
It looks like a generic parking lot. There's occasional centers that have, like, rocks and bushes and trees. Or, like,
Cool. I'm going to go over
sidewalks.
to one of those bushes, tree, like the
Right.
foliage sections.
Mm-hmm.
And from the bag on my shoulder, I am going to pull out my sniper rifle that has been disassembled for easy carrying, and just assemble that. So if things go wrong, I can just start taking them out one by one. Potentially move from place to place as I do so.
Okay. So there are wide swaths of just cars and open lot, just the black tarmac. And then there's those little carriage corrals for normal carriages.
How tall is the tree, and what kind of tree is it?
They're very small. It's decorative only. Yeah, it's the very typical, something you would find at a grocery store parking lot to make the home teapot a little more landscape friendly. I mean, in the front of the store, there's like laid out patio furniture and like stacks of soil on one side that are pretty tall. I mean, they're like 5 feet tall. You could.
All right. Where gives me the most advantage then? I guess that's the question I should have asked earlier.
That doesn't draw any attention to the vehicle where your recently turned people are, your recently ghouled people. You could go to the front of the store, but it puts you at an even greater vantage point. But, 100 and something feet for a rifle isn't that big of a deal. On the roof of the teapot would be ideal.
All right. And how tall would you say that is?
Oh, goodness. Well, like...
Would I be able to just blink there? Because it is 115 meters.
It's like 20 to 30 feet up, probably. So,
okay. So I will just blink on top of it then.
Okay.
I'll do another rouse check. 6 is a save. And I'll just get ready.
Okay. In your preparedness, you actually see that Damien and you're going to assume Stone, but he looks a little different, step out of the store. But even before that, Aurora. Just real quick, something I want to touch on.
Okay.
All right, we can zoom over to that real quick.
Yeah.
Also, I can just imagine, just like comically, like in my mind, just pulling out this giant ass sniper.
Right, but Mori's
packing.
totally freaking invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, Mori's a fucking danger.
Yes.
That's impressive. I love it. Hat.
She had it separated into parts, and she just assembled it while waiting.
So, yeah. Just slow and casual. Beep, 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 beep. Puts the gloves on. You know.
Just slowly putting on just a
Mm-hmm.
fucking badass rifle. No problem.
At the register, Theo stops. There's a very short line. I guess it's coming up to the register. And he says, "You're a gangrel, aren't you?"
Aurora looks surprised, and her beanie that she's wearing twitches as the ears twitch and perk up. And she kind of like pats her head down, and she's like, "Yeah, you."
He grins. Yeah.
Aurora actually relaxes a little bit, and she's like, "It's really nice to meet someone, another, yeah." And she pulls her hat down, and there's like a small little smile on her face, and she says, yeah, it's really nice to meet you, Theo. I'm still new at this, so
Sometimes I hang out at the old skate park with a couple of us.
super cool, very different than yeah, I'm not really I'm kind of a bookworm nerd
It's okay.
type.
I'm not asking you to skate. I'm just saying if you have questions and you want to hang out with people of your kind.
There's more.
Yeah, there's a whole group of us.
That's actually really interesting, fascinating. Is that normal?
He shrugs. What is normal when you're,
True. We define our new reality, that's for sure.
the blue skate park by Old Main? The
Blue
old
skate park
college
by
that
Old
never
Main.
got finished. Yeah.
Oh, like I remember my students used to say that it was like super haunted.
Yeah.
And... Is it really haunted?
Yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
okay. Yeah, I'm not doing well with ghosts. I rather not, roam with ghosts, so not.
He laughs. Where are the ghosts, silly?
Oh, yes!
And he like rubs
You're-
rubs the beanie. You are super new at this.
Listen, just a little bit.
We're there
Okay.
almost every night. You should come. Bring your friends.
And then
Okay.
you hear
Yeah.
behind you someone say, "Theo!" And he turns, and this really gnarly looking guy, he's got like a sore on his chin, very, very heavy. And the sore sort of like wraps up to the cheek, and it's bright red, a little inflamed, like maybe it's rosacea. And Theo stiffens, sets your stuff down on the conveyor belt as you've been moving through the line, and says, "Tomorrow. Maybe we'll see you." And he winks again, and he steps away, moving
Just nods
to this grotesque individual.
and just nods and pays for her things. cries a little bit. It's another $50 down the drain. My bank account is like sad right now. And she's like, oh, you know what? And Aurora can think of like, it is so good. One thing about being Kindred, at least I don't have to, I can sacrifice my food budget. Very lean diet.
Very lean diet.
And yeah, she picks up her stuff and leaves and goes to the car. Azriel's car, I guess, because she doesn't know what's up with Damien and Stone.
Meanwhile, Damien, you're the first one to come out. You spot... Did I have you roll wits and awareness? I feel like I did. Did I not?
You did.
Okay.
You
what'd
did.
roll?
I rolled 2.
There... I want to say there's no way you don't see other kindreds when you're one yourself and you troll the night. But I'm not sure with Damien. He's been mostly a loner, hasn't he? Minus Artemis.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And you don't recognize any of these kindred, but you recognize the predator in them reflected back at you like a mirror. They're out several hundred feet from the entrance, well, 100+ feet from the entrance. They see you, you see them. It's several feral-looking young women. One of them has like less than an inch of hair, tattoos under the skull. Her hair is like white blonde. There's several. And they're just watching you with interest and curiosity. Stone keeps his gaze down, following you.
Like as they're approaching the car. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm wicked tired. As they're like approaching the car, he just says to Stone, "It looks like I have a fan club."
He just mutters under his breath. I mean, I guess it's kind of natural when you're handsome, right?
Handsome, right? That's right.
Come
'Cause
on.
once they see what's under the mask, that's handsome.
Hey, you don't know if they might like it.
I choose to be alone. I don't care to be surrounded by these fucking things. It just attracts more negative attention. When you watch them and they act like feral animals and idiots. They cause a ruckus and I want no part of it.
You get about halfway and Stone like kind of stutter stops a little bit. Then just keeps his pace with you, kind of dropping into silence.
What? Did I notice that?
You did.
You, did that strike a chord with you, pal?
I think I recognize one of them.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, let's not do anything too hasty.
You see him pick up his phone. And the way he holds it is pretty subtle, but you can tell that he's taking photos.
Anything you want me to look up for you?
Maybe.
Hmm.
You get to your car, he stops, keeping his head ducked.
Should we drive around back and let everybody know?
That's a good idea, actually.
Act like
You,
we're getting out of here, but playing a little game.
Yeah, nothing like being a little deceptive.
You want me to drive? Pretend like
Can you drive?
Pretend like I'm your ghoul. I think I know how to drive. I watched you do it plenty.
Have you actually ever driven a
Not-
vehicle?
Not that I can remember, but I'm sure I could figure it out.
Listen, I've maintained this car really, really well. Like, really well. So the idea of it being careened into another vehicle is not on my to-do list, but if you're asking me to put faith in you, then let me roll something here. No, he contemplates it for a moment, then he's just like, you know what, maybe next time.
There's a little like, and you see the ferret against the window, and he's licking it.
I thought you would have. I thought you were in the hood. I didn't realize you were in there.
And he's just licking it, and he's saying your name. Darren, Darren, back.
He's gonna open the door.
He almost falls out. He's like, "Don't worry. I watched the whole thing. Everybody's safe. Nobody moved. Wasn't even a fart out of place."
What did you even watch?
What? What do you mean? And he like points at his little phone, and it's playing some anime.
Right, you're watching. What are you trying to catch up on? One Piece or something?
Hey, don't you be hating anything. I know I was supposed to go with you, but I got bored.
Right. And he's gonna look in the passenger seat. I would imagine Mia's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I take it she just slept the whole time, huh?
Yeah. Stone gets in the back. Oh, I got a text message from Mori, but I messaged her back, and he shows you, and it's just stupid. It's just like pressing buttons. And there's like 18 messages that he sent Mori.
You know, if you condense that into one draft, you might have better results.
I was keeping her updated. I was watching him, and he points out the window.
Oh, them. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What did
I
they
gave her a
do?
whole play-by-play. Well, this text message says, "Ugly leader guy looks like he smells like sandwiches. In a bad way."
Sandwiches.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay. Good job.
Thanks. That guy's name is Stogie. That girl's name is Mini Taco. That girl's name is Bunny because she's got a bunny tattoo on her ankle. And that girl over there, we're going to call her Feral Shanks because she looks like she is about to fucking shank somebody. But I told Mori this. Mori also sent me this confirmation that she knows exactly what I'm saying. Mori, what would you have sent to just a bunch of gibberish from the ferret?
I'm not going to lie. As a trained killer, she probably has her phone set that it doesn't make any noise at all, so she hasn't received any.
Oh.
She hasn't looked.
None of them have the red notif on them.
She'll get back to you. Don't you worry.
What do you mean?
Anyway,
Doesn't it say here that she read it? What do you mean?
she'll get back to you. Don't you worry. Eventually, she'll reply. Since you're partners in crime and all.
I can't wait. Mori and I,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a great heist. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna be an unstoppable team.
I don't know if she's too keen on that, but move over. I gotta drive.
Oh, sorry. So, did you guys do what you gotta do?
Yeah, I got the information.
Oh, sure. Oh, look. There's Azriel and his new wife. Man, he goes through women like tissue paper. That's so fast. This one's even pregnant. Crazy. I wish I had half of his riz.
Yeah. It's astounding how fast he goes through people.
Yeah.
Like an actual rich person.
You're a rich person. Rich in my heart.
I'll take it. All right.
Hey,
We're
can we
gonna drive
stop
around.
at the taco? Wherever we're going next. I'd like to, I'm hungry.
We'll go get your future diabetes, don't you worry. You don't know what that is, so it's fine.
No, but I'm here for it.
You shouldn't be, but
It sounds
yeah,
like
that
it
works.
tastes delicious. What do you mean?
It usually does. But the last thing you want to do is lose a toe.
Oh, look, there's Aurora as you start driving. Wave at her, and he's waving. Aurora! Hey!
He's gonna give like this wave of just like a hand being put up, and it's like very, very stoic. Not even like no motion, no nothing. Just like, hey,
Do you think that the coterie and me could be best friends?
I don't know. Why don't you go as Stone?
He, like, goes in the back seat, looks at Stone, looks at you. I don't know if I want to be his best friend, though. He looks like murder killer in a weird way.
He's not that bad. Warmed
Looks
up
back
to
at
him
him.
a bit.
Are you sure? I mean, look at him. He's back here, like, chuckling it to himself. And you hear Stone say, "What's your little guy saying about me?"
He's not sure if he wants to be friends, cause
Oh, come on, little ferret. I don't bite much. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm getting hoodoo vibes. Like, I don't like that.
just go for the top of the head, and he can't resist.
Stone goes to pet him, and he, like, tries to duck and catches him, pets him, and he's like, "Oh! Oh no! He's found the weak spot. Oh!" And his little back leg starts flicking. "Oh God! Help me, damn it! I'm immobilized. Damn it! I'm turned into a noodle. I'm a noodle. Damn it!" And, like, noodles off the console in the middle into Stone's hands, and Stone keeps petting him. "You are awfully cute. Oh, damn it! Damn it! I'm under a spell. Help me! Help me, damn it! Ah, damn it!"
Don't worry, you'll be all right. Just fine.
To hide your car, subterfuge, and drive,
Subterfuge.
which I know are both
drive.
skills, but you know.
But yeah, those are both skills. All right. Oh, bummer. Four.
Okay, you do a pretty decent job. And Zero gets released from Stone's hands. And then he says, "Okay, I'm back. Oh man, did you message everybody?"
Yeah, they know. And he's double checking to make sure he did, which he didn't, so he just messaged them real quick.
Okay. Then we slide over to Azriel. You get Chrissy all loaded up, and she's just fluttering lashes. Mori, roll a wits and awareness.
Will do. Five successes.
You see Azriel and this human woman. I mean, you saw them before. But
Mm-hmm. Definitely mixed emotions there. Like, maybe someone who's good for him, right? And the other side is, he moved on quick. Yeah. Sad, definitely sad, but won't say anything about it.
okay. I mean, for the most part, Azriel doesn't seem to be overtly, like, hitting on her at all, but she seems interested. You watch her get the baby in the car. You watch her tuck some hair behind her ear. She laughs at something he says, and then he's making his way over to his truck. Shortly thereafter, Aurora steps out. And Azriel, Aurora, I believe, meets you at your truck. Neither of you see Mori. What do you do?
I'm just gonna wait outside until Mori returns to us.
I send her a text message. And first, I put the wood in the back of the truck.
Okay.
I put everything else in my bag. And then I send Mori a text message and be like, ready to go. And I say, Azriel, all right, so, did Damien send a message or anything? And how's the, is the lady okay?
She seems okay.
Does she look very pregnant?
She looks like in the middle. I mean, she's kind of skinny because she doesn't look like she gets to eat a lot. So,
Is she gonna be okay?
I don't know. She asked me out to eat later.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh, by that?
So she's hitting on you.
Is she?
That when a woman invites a man to dinner, did she do the hair tuck thing? Or look shyly like down and then look up at you, like looking through the eyelashes thing?
Think so.
Yeah, she's hitting on you. I've seen it on reality TV.
Think I need to tell her she's just friends. I'll make sure to say that. No, thank you for. I needed that outside perspective. I didn't realize she was.
I mean,
Azriel
first, like I keep saying, before you go breaking hearts, I think you need to fix your own. So,
no, I agree with that.
um,
I just
first-
saw her as a friend. Plus, she goes to the same church as me.
Oh, you're religious. Oh, okay. Yeah, my mom. That happens to my mom all the time. Religious people, am I right? I mean, they're just. Oh, yeah. I forgot you're into that.
Why are you so against religion?
Because religion is a concept created by man. All religion is based on translations translated from another guy who wrote from another guy. So, people. And if history has taught me anything, I mean, I have a freaking PhD in it. People can do great and terrible things. And religion has proven more than several occasions that that kind of power corrupts very easily. Having blind faith in something is not healthy.
Well, I always make sure to question my faith.
And yet you're
That's
still
why.
religious.
I mean, I believe in what I believe in. But if it went against doing the right thing, I'd always do the right thing over my religion.
But that's the thing. What is good is subjective. Technically, World War II, we killed the Nazis, great, and we saved a bunch of people, but we also killed a bunch of innocents. We bombed civilians.
The world's not black and white. You just gotta do the best that you can, right?
There's a lot of gray, but the problem I have with religion is it paints the world black and white. And a lot of people see it as you're either with us or against us, and I don't believe in that kind of concept. I believe you gotta protect the things that are important to you.
I agree with your sentiment. I understand that religion can be kind of exclusive and keep people apart.
It can
But
also
I
be
think-
used to manipulate people, and it can be used to scare people. It can be used in so many awful ways. And I'm not saying that all religion's bad. I mean, if you're a good person, but more often than not I see how it taints society.
Maybe you
Azriel,
should
as
come-
she's speaking, you can't help but think how it also brings people together. In your conversations with Chrissy, she wouldn't even have any of the funds without this organization. There would be no place for her. The reason she goes to church, which she says might be a little sacrilege, is because she trusts the bishop there. That she, the bishop, talks with her, got her set up at a crisis center for women. Then she apologized for oversharing. There really is no black and white. Even to say religion is terrible is black and white thinking.
Aurora, would you consider going with me to church one day?
No, I went to church for 18 years of my life. I don't want to go back.
Not all churches are the same.
Not all the churches are the same, but I've been to church for enough of my life. Thank you very much.
Really
It
is
helped
a
me.
team
It
building
helped me.
exercise?
A team building exercise that you enjoy. And I get it, we all have to do our own little different activities. I will gladly help you with your friend Chrissy. She seems really nice and sweet. But church is just not my thing.
Would you at least consider it? Not confirmed to a no?
I will give you an answer at a later date for that.
Okay. That is the best I can ask for, it seems.
Well, we don't always get what we want.
Roll a wits and insight, Azriel.
Oh. 5 sucks.
Okay.
And it's a messy crit.
Based off of what Aurora's saying, what can Azriel glean? Can he glean that she has personal trauma with whatever denomination of organized religion she went to?
Oh yeah, with a 5, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Like there is like you can tell that there was that she you can see that something happened, and it's just like there she's had very bad experiences with religion, and it brings up pretty sour memories.
It reminds you, Azriel, of, well, anyone with trauma. Your sister Gwen, back in high school, can't stand to think about it because of something bad that happened between her and, well, a football player. She hates sports games because of it. Hates driving near that high school. Doesn't watch NFL. Doesn't watch NBA. Has a borderline aggressive reaction when it's brought up. And you know it's because Gwen isn't healed. This reminds you of that. And it makes you curious. If there's one thing your religion has taught you, is that when someone is hurting, you need to offer them an olive branch. be a shelter for them to exist near. And chief among all, if somebody is down in the mud, you take a sit and you be with them.
Aurora, I'm here for you no matter what. If you need me, you can tell me anything. I'm sorry for being a little pushy.
No, it's okay. It's admirable. I guess you take a page from Stone's book. It's good to have convictions and beliefs. Helps give you, I guess for you, that's gives you sense of purpose. That's nice, and you seem to help a lot of people. So, it's okay. And,
Maybe
sorry I was maybe a little harsh.
it's okay. I didn't take it too badly.
All right, Mori, just roll for me a strength and athletics.
Will do. Let me get that up.
You know,
Yes.
she seemed really nice. Maybe we should, I know she invited you to dinner and everything. Maybe she needs help at her house?
Did you tell Aurora she invited everyone as?
Did she invite everybody? I thought she...
She said you can bring your friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you like to meet her with me?
Mori, you make it down. You scurry down, parkouring your way. And as you're going, if you'd like to disassemble your rifle, tucking it back away, you can.
Yep, I will do that.
Okay. And whenever you're ready to kind of poke into the conversation, you can, because you are stealthed.
She seems nice. But I think there's other things that I have to. There's other priorities.
As it makes you wonder about that young man she was talking with.
So what did the Kindred who talked to you, what do you want?
Oh, he's really nice. He invited me to the skate park. Whenever I have questions. Turns out he's like me.
Like you how?
We're both, what was it? Gangrels. Yeah, that was the term for it. This is kind of nice.
I wish I knew what my clan was.
Maybe you'll make your own.
Well, I have to be whatever my sire is. I just haven't heard what she is.
Ah,
I think I've
yeah.
only seen her for about an hour since she's turned me.
She's bad news, in my opinion. I feel bad saying that. I shouldn't say that, but I just don't. I don't know, when just things fall apart. You fall apart.
Are you guys in the truck or are you outside the truck?
As is still outside the truck, waiting until there's some sign of Mori.
All right, so I missed this. I'm right here, but did you say who was bad news?
Alice.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what Azriel says about it.
Okay.
And so, do you appear when I say she's bad news?
No, she's listening
nope.
on.
Okay. It's just.
I think I'm gonna take a break from her next time I see her.
I don't think you need to take a break. I think you just need to go no contact. You don't understand what I saw. It's like we couldn't even say anything about her, and you would just get upset with us, and I get it. I mean, Stone was really aggressive and everything, but
He
she
had her
didn't.
by the throat.
Yeah, but like, she's dangerous, and you were just like, yeah, sure, whatever. You
I
were
mean,
so
I
cold,
wasn't.
and look at you. And when we have this conversation with religion, even you were giving me counterpoints.
I didn't even know she was still alive. I had no idea what happened to her.
That begs a
I'm still.
question. Why did you stop looking? Maybe a part of you just doesn't feel that way. Maybe it's this blood bond that's driving this need for you to, whenever you're near her, which is scary because now I'm just like, great, if you're near her, then like, how are you gonna act? Or are you gonna be my friend? Or are you gonna like backstab me like or
Am I the
Judas
type of person
or
that would
Brutus?
backstab my friend?
I don't know. I don't know how strong a
You're
blood bond is.
you're still my friend, and
But what
nothing
if
will ever
she
change
asked?
that.
But what if she asked you? Do you
I would
think?
tell her no.
Do you think you could say no?
I would find a way to tell her no.
So you don't know, do you?
It would be at this point where Mori would just say, "It's pointless to talk about this. Let's go." They're going around the building.
Okay.
Uh, just goes into the car. Doesn't say anything.
And then when they're both in the car, Mori's just gonna jump on the back, stay there, and she'll say like to herself, "Because you can't debate things with Azriel. Not until he sees the outside." A little bit sad, of course, because she did want to hear him say something definitively, but it was all very roundabout.
Yeah, so we'll just get in.
Did they say where to meet him? Just around the back, I guess? Or a meeting spot?
We could always just give them a call.
Yeah, why don't you call him? Or are you driving? Should I call them?
You
It's
give them a
unsafe.
call. I'll
Okay.
drive.
Okay. Yeah, so she dials, Stone, because she saw Damien driving?
Well, hello, how are you feeling? You doing all right?
I'm okay.
I know that you're not feeling that well.
Yeah. Where should we meet you?
We're just waiting for you all around back.
Alright, I'll meet you then. And she hangs up. Just a little, like, still not sure what to say to him. Feeling guilty that there's this. Speaking of blood bonds, and here she's almost blood bonded this person, and that fear of that power. And she tells Israel, they're around the back.
Okay. I'll drive around back.
Okay, several minutes later, the coterie is meeting up.
So, from what I could gather, I mean, oh, I think some of them are like me. At least the one I met was.
What do you mean they're like you?
Gangrel. And I mean, the one that I talked to says uh, that I could, stop by and talk if I had questions, and I thought that we could build a bridge.
So, like, what's his name?
He just said Theo.
That's it? Nothing else?
No, because sometimes you get more with honey than with vinegar. And I'm not the type of person who stalks their friends, stalks people before actually like meeting them and getting to know them.
You know, it's a great way to know whether someone's gonna fuck you or not. And I've yet to be fucked.
I mean,
Sorry for your loss. Explains an awful lot. Sorry, I'm just trying to lighten the mood. So everyone seems so damn tense.
Turn a phrase, Stone.
I'm doing
All right, so
I'm doing my best. I feel like a potter at a potter's wheel.
trying to mold that clay.
In a little more light-hearted way, I guess.
All right, then where did Theo run off to? Where did he go?
I don't know. His I think the guy in charge or who's ever in like the someone in the hierarchy I can garner called him away. So
That means he is someone who's older than him that he respects and has to answer to. Or
I
else there are
would-
consequences.
I don't think respects is the right word I would use, but definitely someone he has to answer to.
There was a leader. I don't think they were kindred, but all of the 15 outside responded to him.
Did he
they
have,
didn't seem
like-
like a unified group.
Did he have like a sore or something, like a skin condition?
Can I get any extra details about what he looked like?
It was hard to really make him out.
He just seemed extremely tired, grizzled. Like
Maybe
It doesn't sound
He
when
was
Mori
tired of
describes
everything.
him. When Mori describes him, it doesn't sound like the same guy.
yeah, and I'll point that out. I'll say it doesn't sound like maybe there's two people in charge, which makes sense because if in that kind of leadership setup, if one person has to go out, then the other person, in that big of a group, having one leader doesn't make any sense.
I'm assuming that he is a ghoul to the leader.
Perhaps. But I'm just saying we could possibly talk to them and maybe we don't have to fight with them. This could be a good thing.
I mean, they haven't chosen to fight us yet.
They seem nice.
I'm not too fond of people just staring me down in a parking lot like I'm some piece of meat ready to be feasted upon.
Well,
I agree.
think of it this way. We're all apex predators and we're trying to find our beasts or whatever is in us is trying to assert dominance. So, of course there's going to be stare downs.
Look at you. Little smart specs. Stone grins.
I don't have any incentive whatsoever to interact with these fucking people.
Perhaps, but I do. And it could lead to some answers. I just think we should keep the window open. That's all.
Answers to what?
Questions, Damien.
What questions?
So many of them. Maybe you've been here long enough and you've kind of figured some things out, although... Never mind. But the point is, in a place where there's a power vacuum, having more information can be helpful, and having sources to look to could be helpful. Not everything can be garnered through a computer screen. Before the internet, books were written, and before that, there was spoken word. And Kindred are old. I'm sure there's things that they haven't written down, much less put on a website or through a whatever security.
Bold of you to assume I don't read books.
Bold of you to assume that I would make that assumption.
Either way, this is a tad too dangerous.
I
A
agree.
name in a group. I don't like it. Then there's already people asking about myself. I also don't like that.
Well, they don't know who you are. They didn't ask about you, and I made sure.
Oh, but
Not to-
someone did. Shrike even told me, and I don't even know who it is because he doesn't give that information. And a good informant does not fuck over a client. I would know. So I'm here to say that someone is asking about me. And it could be that group. It could not be. Could be someone else.
So
But
are
I
you
don't
gonna be
like that
paranoid
my
about?
name,
You're gonna be paranoid
Paranoia,
about
has kept me alive.
I think a little paranoia is healthy.
A little
given
paranoia
our
is good, but
situation.
everything in balance.
Speaking of, Mori, I believe we all promised we'd help you.
Yeah, she reveals herself and just says, "Time's run out. I need to go finish my job now. Did you get the location?" And she just looks at Samiel.
Did I get the location? I don't remember.
Of the hotel that Maria's gonna be at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did. I think there's a couple hours left, and at this point, it's like setup time.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got it. And I said I would help, so. And he just forwards the information to her.
Right. Well, I need to go prepare. So
Then I'm going with you.
take care. And Mori is just going to head off. She's not going back to the car. It's time. She can't
I
put
follow.
off other
I
any
follow.
longer.
I follow Mori.
Stone looks at Azriel, looks at Damien.
Yeah, big guy.
He's gonna follow Aurora. I guess we'll meet back. I got my phone on me.
Be safe out there, Stone. There's something watching us. And a little bit of paranoia isn't bad.
Yeah, he flicks his hat. Someone's gotta make sure the little lamb doesn't walk right into the lion's mouth. And hell,
Also,
if it's another lion watching the lamb, that's one hell of a shepherd.
right. Also, make sure,
I could use another lion, though.
damn it.
You know, you can make sure Peggy and Mia in a safe place, and We could have ourselves a pride.
I guess I'll hold off on what I wanted to do. Fine. I'll join begrudgingly. Makes no sense why you'd still want to kill somebody when there's no one enforcing it. Also, if those faces seem familiar and jogs a few bolts in that brain of yours, let me know.
Oh, I promise I will.
Damien's gonna get in his car, fire it up, and just roll by Mori. Get in. I'll drive.
She'll get in without a word.
Stone at that point is gonna motion to you as to, like, get in your car, and he's gonna, like, get in the back, the bed of the truck, to, like, follow after him.
Okay.
And the minute you pull up close, he hops out, picks Aurora, just scoops her up off her feet.
You know, I can just. Never mind.
You limp real well. It's great. However, I think it would be better to conserve your energy. Besides, didn't you go to your house to get something? And isn't all that stuff in Az's car?
How is Stone carrying her, by the way? Sack of potatoes, like fireman carry, like princess carry.
Like a princess.
Yeah, she's gonna put her kind of like head down a little bit and lean into him just ever so slightly. There is tension. And she says, yeah.
He just grumbles a little, and then he gets in the back seat while you're still in his lap. Follow Damien as, but try not to make it too noticeable. Please.
I'll do my best.
And eventually, he rearranges you so that you can sit.
Yeah, Aurora sits and keeps going through the information she has.
Okay, roll a technology and investigation.
All right. So funny about that. I have
I know their skills.
technology.
I know their skills, but yeah.
I have investigation, not technology. Okay. Is there any chance I can roll investigation and intelligence? All right, let me roll this. Okay, yeah, I'm hold on. How many shit? I am fresh out of willpowers. 2.
Okay. With a 2, there was a specific incident that involved a bus full of children and your mother being directly influenced. Like, she directly influenced that accident and then tried to cover it up.
What was that last part you cut out?
That there was an accident involving a bus full of children that your mom directly influenced happening and then tried to cover up to shield herself. You find that report. And the court report, it seems generic. Doesn't seem like there's anything that was covered. The guy who crashed or was driving the bus was actually let go. Like, originally. So he wasn't let go for what happened to the bus, right? Before, he was taken to court for some petty things. and he served some time, paid some fines, did some community service, and your mom was his judge. But she was filling in for a different judge.
Aurora's just heart drops and breaks as what Mori has said is all too true.
However, there's no emails, that, especially the ones that you have in here, where your mom took any bribes from his lawyers or any of the gang that he's affiliated with, right? It's middle of the road. There's no definitive evidence that she did. There's no definitive evidence that she didn't. What there is definitive is she did, according to these files that you have, she did not take any bribes. There's an exchange of 2 emails from the defendant's lawyer that hinted at a off-the-record meeting, to which your mother said no. That is it in terms of definitive. Maybe your mother isn't all bad, but it is the guy that was on trial for petty crimes, then got on trial for gross negligence, manslaughter. I mean, he was in prison for about 5 years, but then he was let go early for good behavior. But your mom did not. She was not the judge in terms of his
Appeal?
Yeah, she did not take his appeal.
But she's the one that incarcerated him.
Correct. And refused to have a private off-the-books meeting with his lawyer.
At that.
Unfortunately, though, the other case that you find that Mori specifically brought up is true. The emails confirm it, though not in so many words. Again, it's like all your mother's emails that you have here are in code of some kind. Some of them are still encrypted and you don't manage to get them all open. She did take $1 million bribe. However, when you check the dates, your father at that time went through a cardiac arrest. He had an accident. Hiking, fell, cardiac arrest, broke his knee, broke his femur, had to have some intense reconstructive surgery. And then they found out that he also needed to have appendix and gallbladder removed while they were fixing ribs and taking MRIs and x-rays. And your father spent like 2 or 3 weeks in the hospital recovering.
Does that incident seem strange? Like, I know my father hikes, but it seems like a lot of damage.
Your father did fall 20 feet and then rolled another almost 100.
He was only in the hospital for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, he's a pretty hardy guy. He's yeah, I mean, yeah. 2 or 3 weeks, and then the rest was like, I don't know, 6 months. And it took your father 4 years to heal and be able to move and hike again. Yeah. But there was really intense, oh my gosh, physical therapy. Very intense PT after all of that. Yeah, reconstructing like the knee, actually, surprisingly, wasn't, replacing it wasn't crazy, right? It was 6 weeks, but it's at home. It was just the fact that cardiac arrest, on top of all these other things he needed done. 2 or 3 weeks in the hospital. And then another half a year back and forth out of the hospital,
okay.
in and out. And then 4 years of physical therapy, plus continuous hospital visits. And he
How
was,
long ago this has happened again?
you guys were little. You were all
Okay.
really little. Yeah.
Then yeah, that
Mhm.
would.
And that's when your mom took $1 million bribe. It coincides almost perfectly, like a couple days after your dad was injured. She took the bribe. Yep, she took the bribe and she let someone walk. She let someone walk that was accused of some pretty shitty things.
Do I think that's all the information I'll glean from what I get?
With your 2 successes, those are the 2 cases that you find that line up. There's other shitty things that your mom did, right? Like there was some slander, but the charges got dropped on her. All of a sudden, the other judge that she was slandering like just dropped everything and made a public apology to your mom. Yeah, there was other like, yes, city council hints and
Yeah,
scandal, but those are the 2
but
that are directly correlated. One of them let somebody who was being tried for potential homicide go because there wasn't enough evidence, or the evidence was dismissible, ruined. Yeah. And then the bus driver. Those 2.
and those are and that's it. Like out of all, like I'm done pretty much going through all of it. Correct?
Oh, you still have plenty to go through. Those are just the 2 that line up directly with what Mori has. Like, in the Banu Hakim's eyes, your mother had a job to do. She let go a serial killer. She let him walk. And then he went and committed crimes. And now no one knows where he is. She let go a man who should have been in prison for petty crimes, right? He shouldn't have been a bus driver. Helped that guy. And a bunch of kids ended up dead. And he only served 5 years.
Okay. Storyteller, would I think looking through the rest of information actually be useful?
For you to understand your mom, because it's been a while, right? When you gleaned this
Yeah.
shit, you were still a teenager, right? 18, 19, maybe 20.
I just finished bachelor, so 22.
So
Yeah. I shut the laptop.
I guess for Aurora, storyteller-wise, like story-wise, your mom is not black and white. She's shades of gray. You're pretty sure she took the $1 million bribe to let that serial killer walk to help your dad and her family because your dad suddenly couldn't work and she was still getting some, I wouldn't say degrees, but she was getting some licensing done,
Yeah.
right? There's the house bill, the car bills, and you girls is like, it's just, and you're,
Or
the Toro's level of living is not cheap, especially where you're located in the States.
yeah.
Right? Like you see, for Aurora, she sees, okay, my mom is cutthroat. Absolutely. She will absolutely fuck over anybody if she feels like it's the right thing to do for her people. But there's just this ache that your mom has been a mercy the entire time. And she never told you guys. That your dad never told you guys. I mean,
Yeah, she shuts the laptop. There's nothing else she She doesn't want to understand her mom anymore. She cut her off a long time ago. And she just... But the heaviness of all the information, there is, for Aurora, satisfaction from truth and knowledge, but also sadness. So she closes the laptop and she closes her eyes, and she is going to use Fortify the Inner Facade and just kind of go into her mind palace, go into her brain, just solidify and kind of put everything together and understand and make some hard decisions.
You alright?
No. And you? How you holding up? Are you okay?
We don't need to talk about me.
I would rather talk about you. I need to apologize. I'm sorry. My ignorance, I didn't know that. I don't know how I could have been so stupid. Of course, there's a price for giving blood. And I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was gonna tie you to someone like me.
You think that's a bad thing?
He looks at Azriel in the rearview mirror, right? Makes eye contact with you because he was really pissed about you, right? For telling her.
Since this seems so important to you, I'll make a statement about it. But then we gotta talk about your mama, Aurora. Because you're gonna need to make some hard decisions. I knew what I was getting into. Sorry I didn't tell you sooner. Being what we are, it's a lot. Sometimes it's better to take things one day at a time instead of overwhelm yourself with all the information right up front. Now, I know you got questions, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions. But sometimes it's okay to have those questions waiting in the wings and not directly answered right out the gate. Sometimes it's okay to discover as you go. This world we live in, it's a world of darkness, and it's ever shifting and always changing. You said so yourself. There's a power vacuum, which means what was true yesterday could be different tomorrow. But I wasn't lying when I said that we should make a pact. That we should be coterie. A small group of kindred that are loyal to each other is better than the whole damn Ivory Tower. And that's always gonna hold true. Now, if you want to go ask questions of this new feller that you met, Theo, I think his name was, I'll be right there beside you. And if he or anyone steps out of line, Aurora, you gotta understand, I won't hold back. I don't got a problem sending bodies to meet their maker. I ain't got no issue dealing out death.
Death isn't always the answer, but it is a solution.
When you're dealing with apex predators, it's more a solution more often of the time than not.
I think we could stand to benefit. I know that Damien says that paranoia has kept him alive. Certainly didn't warn him about Artemis. Or what? Sorry, I don't say Artemis. I certainly didn't warn him about that woman. I know that we have to make tough decisions. And I think I've more than shown that I can make them when I need to.
I'll give you that. And we can try it your way. But I'm convinced we're stronger together than we are apart.
You're right, we are stronger together as a group. But I feel like we need to have layers.
I think we
And
need to have goals. What would your goal be? What's the purpose of going out and meeting someone else?
Aurora looks at Azriel and then just whispers as quietly as she can into Stone's ear. I think it's not just up to me. I feel that it might be just a coterie decision, but if it were up to me, I honestly think that we need to meet with the bishop before we have any answers.
Sure.
Knowledge is power, and we need more of that right now. Because they know of us, but we don't know of them.
He nods. Sits back in his seat. So what do you want to do about your mama?
That is a question. I'll give you the answer when the time comes.
Well, best be fast, 'cause once the knife is thrown, there's no stopping that trajectory.
I know. But it's not exactly easy having to choose. There's consequences for each action. And just because someone dies doesn't mean that someone's other goals is fulfilled. Do I think and that Mori has a one-track mind? Kind of, but can't blame her either. This is a world the only world she's ever known. How would she know that there's another way? And then if I save my mom, then what? What do we do then?
Those are the questions you should be asking. Then what? If she really is a mercy and she's working with them, then what?
She could help us, give us intel into their organization.
What if they're the ones after us? What if she ends up betraying you?
I know they're the ones after us. That's not an if statement. That's a fact.
So then what? You let me or Damien go to work on her mind? Make her talk? You think you can convince her?
I think I just want to have a talk with her. Just one conversation.
Then what? She walks
Then
free?
we'll see. I'll just go in with Mori. I'll definitely need you two for backup, though.
Stone just lets out
And
another sigh.
Aurora goes very quiet, very still. Very unusual for someone who usually fidgets and is thinking and whose mind is racing. Oddly, very calm.
Stone will take her hand. And he'll gaze out the window. Anything for Az?
Just quietly listen to what he overheard.
What is he thinking right now?
That he wants to help out his friend. That he's hoping that Mori chooses a different way than just killing her. He's also wondering if Stone included him when he was talking about the group and forming a pack.
He did glance at you several times. Roll a wits and insight.
Only one suck.
Maybe. Can't tell for sure.
Probably leaning against it with how he's threatened me so often.
Meanwhile, in the other car. Any role play for the two of you?
So Mori, as we're driving, she would actually tell you, Samiel, that there's a place that she needs to stop first. And it would give you another address.
He'll just nod and essentially just reroute him towards that address prior to heading to the final destination.
Okay.
Aside from that, I would say Mori is quiet for several reasons. You know, a little bit of emotional turmoil because she does care for Aurora, but she was made for one reason, right? And now that Father Montenegro may or may not be gone, she is the only justice left in this city. So she has to do it, right? That's at least the way that she's thinking.
I have a question for you, Mori.
What is it?
After this is said and done, what then? How will you get your information? How will you find another target if your informant's dead?
The network that my organization is based off of, I believe, is compromised. I may have to rebuild from the ground up. So, to answer your question, I do not know.
Interesting. And what's the push? What's the reason to keep doing this? I'm not gonna try and dissuade you from what you're doing, because you're going to do it. There's nothing I can do to stop you. But I'm just curious what the drive is. Is it just the sense of justice? The need to see some sort of purification? An ideal?
I would be lying to you if that wasn't part of it. But aside from that, it's the only world I know. I was raised exclusively for this purpose. I guess you could say created. What would you have me do then? I'm only good for one thing. That is killing. I have no other useful skills.
I mean, you can always learn. It's not like you're ancient. You can always find a new hobby or do something else or just do something different. It's one of those things that, while I'm not saying what you do is bad, because obviously you help people, but what about the man down the street who harasses children? What about the people that go to a park and pick out prey to be their next victim? I get it, a high value target is better than some, kindred or other supernatural or human, but evil's out there in multiple forms.
I agree. As a matter of fact, recently I took down a pedophile who had been raping children.
I can
Human.
get behind that.
I didn't kill him, though. He's still among the living. Their living court will need to deal with him. But I did provide all the evidence I could find.
That's fair. Alice has to go, Mori. There is no point in this world where she lives, regardless of how much Azriel wants it to be. Because if she does, she will live in a cage. Live in a cage of jealousy and greed of a person that she owns, and the idea of him being free would drive her up the wall. There is no taking a break. There is no breaking it off. He will bend the knee and he will like it against his own will, and it won't even be his will doing it.
She clenches her jaw a couple of times before answering. I think you might be right. But something interesting about Alice is that the Mercies also wanted her out of the way, right?
Right.
So do we take her out and lose the information, or do we go about it a different way?
We get the information through the most harsh and cruel means possible. At all costs. I don't care if I have to pull fangs out of her mouth one by one, or break her fingers in whatever direction needs to be. Because in the end, she will be a sacrifice.
Mori nods to that.
Because if she comes after us, she comes after what we treasure.
She already took my treasure, Mori says, just kind of like with venom in her voice.
Mm. And he will reach out a hand to Mia, still sleeping, running a hand through her hair. No one will touch her. No one will harm her. She's precious.
Know that I will do all that I can to ensure that.
Thank you.
She nods her head.
Mind if I ask what's at this location, or would you rather just keep it private?
Mori swallows, and before saying anything, she just says, "Not something that I want to do,
Fair.
but it is a part of my mission." Some tools of torture.
I have a giant duffel bag in the back where the hatch is. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I wouldn't
Not a
want
problem.
Aurora to see it.
I'll even carry it in. That way it looks less obvious, I guess.
Thank you.
You're not a bad person, Mori. And if you think you are, you're not. You're just doing what you have to do. We all do what we have to do, whether we like it or not. It's our purpose. But we can change our purpose in life. We don't have to be a slave to it. We can transcend. And he looks in like the rearview mirror looking at you. You can transcend and be more than what you are, Mori. I believe it.
She takes a deep few breaths, unneeded as they are, but I'll need help. I don't know how to change.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to help and support each other. We're a group, I guess a coterie or whatever, so...
She'll just nod her head. You could see like the start of like maybe like a little bit of blood dripping from her eye before she like swipes it away.
He'll notice, but he won't recognize it. He'll just, let you have your moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Looks like we're here.
She'll quickly get out of the car, and it'll just be like Probably a few dozen rows of just lockers. And she'll go somewhere in the middle. And unless your car is immediately facing it, you won't see where she's grabbing it from. But she comes back with a tarp, some chemicals, some very thin metal rods, extremely sharp, car battery, a heart monitor, and she brings them out and puts them in the bag before joining you in the front seat. Or, yeah, the front seat. Unless Zero's sitting there. Yeah, maybe the back seat then.
Yeah, Mia's sitting in the front seat with Zero.
Thank you, yes.
And once you're all packed up and loaded up, he'll just drive towards the destination again.
Ooh, I also forgot a bone saw. There we go. Yeah.
Nothing like hacking some bones up.
All right. The coterie in general, all together.
You pull up to different parking spots, hidden or otherwise, at this hotel. We're going to take a break right here. All right. We return. This is your first look at the hotel, which is a sprawling 3 buildings connected to one through a series of towers, hallways, elevators. Easily 5-star, possibly under the Hilton brand. The coterie catches sight of each other. And there is this oppressive feeling in the air. I need everyone to roll a wits and awareness.
That is a perfect roll.
Seven with a critical success.
Only got 3.
7 sucks for me.
Not been rolling well today, guys.
That'll be 5 sucks for me.
Okay, Azriel and Mori. There is something uncomfortable. As you're getting out of the car, your glove box falls open. I mean, it's never had a habit of doing that. And the raven, with the palm out hands, lock, drops to the floor. Mori, you also see this happen. Damien, you notice that Mori is noticing something that's happening with Azriel. Aurora's... Your mind is preoccupied. What do you do, Azriel?
Azriel doesn't want to touch it. He's gonna just move away and ignore it for now. You remember the last time he got too handy with a random thing that shouldn't have been where it should have been? And he doesn't want to repeat that.
Let's see, the last place we saw this was in Aurora's room. Is that correct? Yeah. Mori is definitely going to inform Samiel. This is the second time in the past few days I've seen this symbol, and she's just gonna point it out to him. One was in Aurora's house.
All right. Well, is it worth taking with you?
I think it caused Azriel to. Actually, I wouldn't know that, would I?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But in the distance, off the ocean, there is a rumbling of a storm.
I get the feeling that someone knows we're here.
Oh, that's a great feeling. Real good.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, there's some weird crow thing here.
Aurora looks horrified. That's the same thing that's in my apartment right now. That's haunted. There's.
I'm gonna snag this thing.
I want to do an intelligence and occult roll, if that's okay.
Sure. Damien, you pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Fuck. Okay. Nope. Can't. Too late.
You hold it out towards Aurora. You are seemingly fine.
Aurora looks at Damien, completely and utterly shocked, and she's like, "You didn't." Oh, Damien. No. I cannot take this from you. You're the only one in our group that can hold it. Possibly Stone, but let me think for a second. That roll. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 5, 6.
Yeah.
No, 6, 6. Sorry, 6. Okay.
It does look to be the same one from your apartment. How it got into Azrael's glove box, though, is another question.
Wait a second. What if, and I look to the group, what if my apartment isn't haunted? What if I'm haunted? Me, a person. Is there any way to tell if there's some supernatural thing?
Can I look at her? Can I do like an investigation on wits with our intelligence with like sense the unseen or something? Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, go for it. That'll work.
All right.
What'd you get?
Always counting. Oh, we can't hear you, by the way. Also, I agree, Mori. Me, the player, also is like, yeah, no, I don't do spooky shit.
I do spooky shit. I just this is like a big sign like, hey, y'all gonna die. Maybe leave.
With a 5. Yeah, I mean, you remember reading up on these ritualistic killings? Mm-hmm. There was a cult war, actually. You and Aurora both know this with your roles. In terms of someone being haunted, it's possible. I mean, even in media, the Mortals Watch talks about people having spirits, specters, curious and interesting encounters that follow them wherever they go.
So this is a symbol of a mark against me from a cult, is what I'm gathering.
This
Maybe.
is a representation of Locke.
But Locke was I believe in the 70s, is what I said. There was a cult in Iowa.
Corn Belt.
Yeah, several cults that were warring against each other.
In my studies of the parapsychology, would I have had any ways suggested to test if somebody was cursed?
I mean,
Even if I didn't believe them at the time?
there's plenty, right? Look for unnatural marks, warts, tattoos. Look for a certain number or cluster of gray hairs. Yeah, there's all sorts of ways to tell if somebody is quote unquote cursed all throughout history.
Can I use my occult and something to look over Aurora and see if she is exhibiting any of the signs?
You could certainly try, but a full examination out in the parking lot might not be a good idea.
I can always check you later. This is
What
something
do you mean? Do you put your crystals or something? Is there, I don't know, a ritual?
in my studies. It's there's a signs, and if we take some time.
Well, what kind of signs? Because I can tell you right now, if I've seen them.
certain numbers, certain disfigurements or changes.
I think to this morning if I had anything on my body. Last time I checked in the mirror.
Changes.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I don't have anything physically marking me.
If it might not be something that would stand out to you. It wouldn't hurt to let me look.
I mean, I kind of know my own body, thank you very much.
This is also kind of in my specialty of occult.
I know, but if I have a new, I don't know, just birthmark, I do notice.
Sometimes they're not always that telling.
Well, if you tell me exactly what I need to look for, I can check myself.
I can give you a list of things to look out for, I guess.
That would be great, thank you. I just, you're my friend, Azriel, but, it's just it would be, a little, tiny bit, awkward.
Okay.
Because
I was just
I don't
concerned
really
about
want to
you.
get naked in front of you.
We wouldn't have to go that far.
I mean, but, if you were to, because, yeah, okay. Wow, I just embarrassed myself. Anyways, regardless, I guess we gotta be on our toes. I was going to suggest, if Damien could, I think he should see if he can hack into security systems here. To kind of watch our six. And I think that Mori and I should go in. If Mori, this is all I have on all that I've been able to garner considering the information you give me. And I tell her all the information that was related to Mori, and that just the facts. And then when I'm finished with that, I say, I honestly... I don't know. But I at least want to talk to her one time and see if we can get any information, anything else. And then if nothing else works, if you still insist, just give me a chance to talk to her first.
You need to be able to get in there without being seen. If that's not something you can do, I cannot have you coming with me. Do you understand?
I think I have a way. And I look to Stone. Do you think that blink ability can take someone?
Yeah.
I look up to the structure, and do I see a top floor? How tall is this hotel?
It's like a mega hotel.
Okay, is there a balcony then?
There's a couple.
So you want me to leap with you up there?
Mm-hmm.
You trying to look for some kind of roof access?
Exactly. I'm gonna... if I can get to the roof, I can call my mom up there.
Wait, are you still down when you say you're going to call your mom?
Hmm?
Are you still down on the floor when you said you're going to call your mom?
Yeah, I'd be like, I can call for her to come meet me.
No technology.
Please, Mori. Just give me a chance to talk to her.
You can talk to her. No technology, though.
That's fine. Azriel, do you think you could, I shuffle through my notebook. And... I shuffle through my bag, and then I take out a pen and paper. And say, Azriel, could you go into the hotel and tell the bell clerk that you're looking for a Maria Toro, and
I was
that
better off. You cannot do that either. She cannot be warned before. I am serious.
then Damien can find out the room she's in, and I'll just get in there.
What am I, a wizard?
I mean,
You seem to be able to get the information from a teapot.
tech wizards.
Remind me, Jesse, did Father Montenegro give me this information originally?
What information?
The location that she would be, where I needed to take her out.
Yes. You have the room number. You also have keys that are set to open that room.
I have the room number, and I have the keys. We just need to get there.
And then I think about what's the floor then?
I am not telling you. You either come with me, or I go by myself.
I'll go with you, but how are you going to hide me, Mori? You just said that we have to be unseen. I'm trying to do this your way.
Do you need a distraction?
We don't need attention.
and she'll give rune number. After like a little bit of scoff, like just a snigger, like, well, what is it? Like the sound that you make with your teeth, where it's just like
Or tisk?
I can't do it. Yeah, tisk. There we go. Thank you. It just tisks, and then she gives you the information.
What's the room number? Is the room number connected to a room with a balcony?
I don't know, DM.
It is one of the suites.
I freaking knew it. Okay, so it is definitely have a balcony.
It is a big room.
Mm-hmm. I can get up there. You don't have to give me anything more than 5 minutes.
I would prefer if we could scout the place out first, make sure you're not walking into a trap, an explosion, things like that.
That's fine. I would suggest you take the door and I take the balcony.
I'm just gonna go for a stroll in the hotel. Check things out. You guys commune among each other.
Mori just turns around. I'll go with you. And if there's no time between, she will use Vanish. But if there's like a second where no one's looking at her, she will just disappear.
Come on, Zero.
Okay, so you're walking
No.
close to Damien, but you're invisible.
Correct.
Yeah, Aurora definitely has her eyes on you, like, the entire time. Her attention
Mori?
is on, on Mori.
All right, then I'll just use a higher level skill, Vanish.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if you need to do dice rolls or anything like that, so...
Yeah. Vanish is the one where you disappear in front of people's eyes.
Woo.
Yeah. Let's see. Wits obfuscate versus wits awareness.
Oh. Okay. This one red. Yunto. Okay, I'm rolling. Oh god, nope. Oh god. I'm rolling like so bad today. That is
How many you
a
get?
one.
Okay, I got 4.
I rolled 7 fucking dice and I still got a freaking 1.
Oof.
Lord. And I don't even have I don't want to sacrifice the willpowers either, so ugh.
So I'm good. But only because of the DM dice.
Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, where'd she go? Like that SpongeBob caveman. No, just kidding. The Aurora's just like, okay, time for serious time now. I'm nervous because it's serious. So Aurora just like sees her vanish before her eyes, and she just narrows them. And she says, Stone, come with me. And she starts walking towards the hotel.
He goes with you.
And Aurora wants to find a place that they can like blink to and kind of start making their way towards that area.
Up the side of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. He princess holds you. And he does your one better. Like, you think he's actually flying. He leaps so far and so high. And when he lands, he has you pressed up against his chest, and he's gripping the side of the building, and then he begins to climb.
Aurora is not a scaredy cat like Spectre Zero is of heights, so this does not bother her, but she's actually really fascinated by this.
Yeah. Uh, he's on all threes because one arm is around your middle, but he's like, like grunting and like snarling as he's pulling himself up, and then you're at the top of the building within a matter of seconds.
And she says, all right, once we get the I got 5 minutes.
Fair enough.
I'll give Mori a minute to scout, and then I guess we'll go down. Or where exactly? It should be easy enough for me to like pop down there, right?
You guys are on the roof
Where we need to
where
go.
roof access
Okay.
is. Mm-hmm. Stone
Okay.
easily can go over to the door and break the lock, pulling it open for you. Meanwhile,
I did give one of the keys. Like, if a key would open the door, I would have gave the key.
oh, nice. You think so? It's one of those
Okay,
nice,
then, yeah.
thick VIP keys. Meanwhile, that's happening. I need to know what Damien and Azriel are doing. Damien?
Damien will. He's gonna like enter through like the front entrance and just kind of make his way up the stairs. Just very casual.
Okay.
It probably looks suspicious with a, 6'8", 6'9" tall man just walking through the double doors or whatever it is that he's walking through. With some twink.
I mean,
Wait,
in Hollywood,
who's
that
the-
would seem pretty.
Who's the twink? Azriel or?
Yeah.
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 Dude, Azriel.
Dude, you guys blend in. You know, that's
Azriel
some
looks
Hollywood
like
shit.
rich money. What do you mean?
Rich
he's got a
money
bit of
twink,
muscle.
son.
You know, Billy Joel got dressed trashy to spend a lot of money.
Oh my lord. The receptionist doesn't even blink. However, I need you guys that are coming in, the three of you that are coming in together. Azriel, you're going with Damien.
Yeah, I'll go with him. I
Okay,
didn't
then
realize.
I didn't realize you were a twink. Did you know?
I didn't know. This is like my intervention. I'm a twink, apparently.
I need you both to roll wits and insight.
Oh, that was a good roll.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I got 5 sucks with a messy crit.
Okay, Mori, what'd you get?
Oh, I didn't think you meant me. Give me a second.
Oh
You
yeah,
said
you're
wit.
walking with him, right?
You said, yeah, I'm invisible.
Yeah, wits and insight. Okay, Damien, what'd you get?
That's like one of the best rolls of the day.
25. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
What'd you get? Sorry. Yes? Hello?
Awesome.
I did get 6 because I crit again.
Oh god damn.
7.
Okay, 7, 6, and one more time, sorry. 5, right?
5 with a messy crit.
Okay. All of you notice there's something about the receptionist that's almost dazed. And then the 7 puts it together. Someone has used disciplines on her. And they're still lingering. And you make your way up.
Might be a trap.
Do you use the stairs or the elevator?
That's what Mori would say.
Should
Also,
we split up just in case they're trying to escape?
Mori would let message just like real quick, subtly, just Kindred here, be wary. And the word set up with a question mark, maybe. You know, that's it. To the group chat.
Okay.
And then answer Azriel. it would be dangerous to do so.
I mean,
But
it's
if
not
you
dangerous
think
unless
it's
we
best-
start something.
Not true.
Just
She'll let that stand.
Right, Rory, you get the text message. What do you say, if anything?
I let Stone know. There's Kindred here. Is there a way to sense if if they're in the room or in the close by?
I mean, there always is. But sometimes they're tricky. And they use something that obfuscates their presence. But there are ways to see them.
Do you have any?
I will be your hound in the dark, milady.
And his eyes start to kind of glow.
Then be my eyes and be my guide.
All right. He opens the door.
Shh.
When he steps in, holding it open for you because you're small and it can fit underneath his arm.
God, that's true. She will use Eyes of the Beast and also Heighten Senses.
Okay. As each of you are moving down for Aurora and Stone and up for the other three, it begins to rain.
Hi, it's Eddie. If you would like.
Don't listen to that. It's raining, but no words. Alright, you can hear the rain.
Yep.
Okay. And you make it to the suite. There are several of them in these 3 different towers. This is not quite
Who
the
makes it there?
penthouse.
Who makes it there first? That's important.
Let's roll. We'll do...
What are we rolling?
I guess it depends. Are the 3 of you starting at the bottom running? Or are you just moving determined but at a pace?
So Mori would probably be determined at a pace because she wants to make sure that we're not walking into a trap. So I'll be fair there.
Okay. Then it's actually, if that's the case, Aurora and Stone, because the suite is higher than it is lower.
Yeah, Aurora and Stone are also moving quickly. I mean, Aurora definitely is.
So I need Aurora to roll a wits and awareness.
Okay. Which... Do I get extra dice for that? Because of heightened senses?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it's 2 for this.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And my dice because of that. Okay, I am rolling a crap ton of dice. I swear to God, if I get another 1, I'm going to be upset. Okay, there we go. Frickin' finally, had to fish for that. Okay, that is 1 crit and then 1, 2, 3. 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear voices behind the door. It sounds like a couple. Can't really tell the cadences, but there's several people talking in this room. And their voices
more than-
sound kind of raised.
More than 2?
More than 2.
Alright, I'm gonna just listen in on the door.
Okay, you press your ear against it, trying to make out any other words.
Yeah, and I take out my beanie. I take off my beanie as well.
Okay, so removing the
I'm-
beanie so that your little wolfy ears can listen in. You hear you're sure you weren't followed. Like, yes, we weren't followed. Good. Then leave the money and get out of here. Another voice. Why are you doing this? You know that they're just gonna find you. There's nothing that you can do. You might as well just give yourself up. Turn yourself in, and you hear her yell, I will not fall. And then everything goes quiet. And it sounds like someone's trying to make a plea. Then someone else says, shh. Do you hear that? And then another voice. So there's 4 people that you've heard. And the 4th person says it's just the rain.
Aurora's gonna make a gesture to step away from the door and hide. To let these people leave. And as she like they go around the, I don't know, corner or something, she texts back 4 plus more people in the room. Some people are about to leave.
Okay. One guy leaves. Looks older, maybe in his early 50s, mustache, beard, graying hair, wearing he's got a trench coat that's drying and a black umbrella under his hand. He's got gloves. And he's pulling on a cap. Kind of an old golf looking cap.
Would I recognize him from the news?
Roll an intelligence and awareness.
Yes. All right. Intelligence and awareness. And then that's okay, cool. Oh, finally. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5.
Okay. He's not somebody that's obvious in the news, right? He's not somebody that gets a lot of highlight. The only reason you know this guy is actually because you were going through all of your mother's files. This guy takes notes in the courtroom. And as he makes it to, you think his name is Russell, but you're not sure what the last name is. But I want to say he's a court stenographer, but that's not what it is. They have a special keyboard that helps them, and they type very, very fast. So.
If it's a person that records all the stuff, it is a stenographer.
Is it?
Okay.
Is that the right?
It is correct.
Nice. That's his job, and you think his name is Russell.
Okay. So now I'm assuming there's 3 to 4 people in that room.
There's at least 3 people left. Now he makes it to the elevator, and his phone rings, and he picks it up, and he says hello, and the elevator is, you can see it counting down. Aurora, ding, ding, ding. You recognize his voice as the one trying to dissuade your mother. Probably the one that left the money. The elevator opens up, and you hear this pressurized sound. And Russell suddenly goes limp. His body is caught and pulled into the elevator. But no one steps out of the elevator.
All I say is...
You feel Stone grab you and pull you behind him. And suddenly the 2 of you are surrounded by shadow. And it's the first time as a kindred that you feel the cold. And you feel Stone's back that you're pressed against, because he's pressing you really hard to hide you. It's bony and ridged. You have 1 action before I describe what happens next. And then the other 3, I need you to roll a wits and awareness as you're coming up through the emergency stairs. So what do you do, Aurora?
I'm using a storyteller willpower.
I am also
I will say... I will say, because this is the shadow force, like that's, or whatever shadowy thing that we're being surrounded by, right? And I say to Stone, I gotta go. And I look to the Shadow Force and I say,
You try to wiggle free.
I'm her daughter.
So you're gonna rush forward.
No, I step forward. I don't rush. I step
Okay.
in front of them.
So in front of Stone, because you can't see
Mhm.
the other person.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then in order to get out from behind Stone, I need you to roll a strength and athletics.
Oh no! What is it impaired again? When what do I minus for dice?
For the circumstance
instance?
right now and the
Mhm.
adrenaline, you don't minus anything.
Okay, cool. I am definitely not gonna win this. But we're gonna try. Let's see. Oh, I got a crit, but I only got 5.
Okay, you got 5. You manage to break free and move forward. And Stone he says, Aurora, no! And he goes to grab you. In the stairwell, what'd you get on your wits and awarenesses? Mori?
I crit again after using a DM reroll, and I got 9 successes.
Okay. Azriel?
I had a crit with a DM reroll with 8 sucks.
Okay, and Damien.
Just 5.
Okay.
Flat.
Okay.
With a reroll.
All of you hear this, but Mori and Azriel, you hear Stone say, Aurora, no. It's like a stage whisper that he says it, and he goes to catch your wrist, Aurora, as you step forward, just as the door has a knock. And it happens so fast. The stairwell opens. The corner that you and Stone are hiding in, as the stairwell opens, Damien, Azriel, and Mori invisible, all see Aurora step forward just as her mother's door opens up. And there's a flicker of movement as a man who answers the door, just opening it barely, right? Everything's still locked. The door, there's that high-pressured sound. The man falls, the door is kicked in, and a wind into the room. And we're going to end there for tonight.
No!
Ah, well.
Hey, she's not dead yet.
Yeah, but we might be. And Aurora did that because she wanted to protect Stone. She's like, if they go through him to get to me, I would never be able to. I'd be upset.
So the person after shooting would have to reveal themselves.
Correct.
And if we saw it, then I might be able to just immediately
Damn!
teleport.
I thought we were going to be able to resolve this time. Ooh, ah! Okay.
That was insane. I have a suspicion on who it is.
We will see.
I mean,
Next time!
they're in the room. They're in the room.